for to do, until thou be destroyed, and until thou perish quickly, because of the
Hold on.
wickedness of thy doing, whereby thou hast forsaken me. Okay? Now I'm trying to get to the part where it's going to be very specific, but as you all know, in terms of the melanated man, woman, and child, these curses have been specifically, this spell work has been specifically cast upon the melanated man, woman, and child. The so-called powers that were, those who are in a position of power now who are currently losing that power, understood way back then in the age of Pisces that it would take a supernatural power of lower level entities to invoke harm and punishment over the chosen. They would have to speak this. It is an utterance. Okay, that's what a curse is. It is an utterance. So they 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 conspired together to come up with a plan. They gathered together their witches, they gathered together their warlocks, and they conspired together of a plan in order to place this utterance, this curse, this ritual over the melanated man, woman, and child in order to uplift themselves into a position of power with the hopes that it would last for generations to come. This is where you get generational curses because their plan, their conspiracy, they conspired so that they projected, they wanted to see far out in the distance that they would maintain their position of power moving through the age of Pisces all the way into the age of Aquarius. They wanted to maintain that curse. And the way that they've been able to do this the most strongly is by handing the melanated man, woman, and child in during this time of slavery, during the time of them invoking fear, they handed the melanated man and woman the Bible, the only book that they would allow to be read. Okay? And so then you have to ask yourself, why was this particular text, why was they comfortable with handing the melanated man and woman the Bible and they couldn't look at anything else? Largely because when they tampered with the original text and they removed much of the scriptures, they added many things to cater to their agenda, and they incited fear and handed the melanated man, woman, and child a false God that would further enhance their power through our energy, through our prayers, and through our focus. That God would be the false Christ, the European false Christ, also known as, who was, the portrait is said was began with Caesar Borgia, who Leonardo da Vinci painted a portrait of Caesar Borgia, and it was also rumored that this man was a homosexual, and he died of syphilis. Okay, but he was also so-called high-ranking in their kingdom. Okay, they knew that they would need to put a curse over the chosen, the children of the Most High God. But the only way the curse would actually be effective is if the children of the Most High God actually accepted this curse as being something that they deserved, something that they had called to themselves some kind of way. And many did. But let's continue reading as to why it was accepted. The Lord shall smite thee with a consumption. Hold on, did I skip something here?
All right. So basically, what she's saying is they rewrote the original scriptures. Let me use the word original scriptures. My people, my original people, right, wrote the original scriptures. It was rewritten. It was rewritten, right, to put a curse on the original people and to send messages and codes to future generations of the fake people that are here. Okay? The fake Jews, those that are portraying themselves to be Jews, those who are portraying themselves to be the chosen people. Everybody know they're not the true chosen people. They could call themselves Jews. I don't care. I don't even have to say fake Jews. The Jews. But who they're portraying to be is fake. They're not who they're portraying to be. They're not. Ain't nothing. Only thing original about them. Well, I ain't gonna get into that. That's why they took down my other channel. But the Bible sends codes and messages to them and their future generations, and it's telling my original people, you're wretched, lowly, wretched sinners, all this type of dumb shit, right? And my original people actually believe this dumb shit, right? They're wretched sinners. They could only do what Jesus do for them. If Jesus ain't doing it for them, they can't do it. If the Most High can't do for them, then it can't be done. So this is the mentality my original people have. But the people that are running the world, when they read the Bible, they see that they can keep my original people under this spell, but they see what they need to be doing for them. Okay? This is why I keep telling y'all, stop living like fucking heathens. You're fucking heathens. Okay? You are fucking heathens. You out here fucking and sucking all willy-nilly, and don't nobody like fucking and sucking more than me. But y'all out here just giving your bodies, your temples, and I'm not judging nobody because I have done it in the past. Y'all just giving y'all bodies and temples away to energy vampires. Y'all having sexual manifestations with those of a lower vibration. Okay? Y'all refuse to buy. Y'all want to stay renting. This is not being a good steward of money. Y'all spend y'all money on dumb shit. This is not being a good steward of money. This is why even that which you have will be taken from you and given to those that know how to multiply it. This is why you don't have shit. Because you always renting. Because you don't know what to do with money when you do have it. When y'all get y'all earned income tax, y'all credit money, y'all get from credit and credit cards and shit like that. Y'all take the money, go out to eat, go buy marijuana, weed, alcohol. Y'all go buy all this dumb shit with the money. You're not good stewards of money. So that which you have will be taken from you and given to those who know how to multiply. That is why the universe is allowing these energy vampires, these so-called Jews, to take that which you do have, okay, by raising interest rates, by raising the price of foods and gas and all of this type of stuff. Every penny they gave y'all in earned income credit, PPP money, loans, everything they give you, they get to take it right back and leave you with the bill. The taxpayers leave you with the fucking bill. They borrow the money in your name. You get the money. You don't. They know you. They know you're not good stewards of money. You take the money. You go buy TVs. You go out to eat. You go buy all the dumb shit. You go buy fucking cars that cost $1 million to fix. Cars that you can't really afford to fix. You go out and rent apartments and houses and rent all this dumb shit because you're not a good steward of money because you're a heathen. You fucking and sucking on other heathens. and you wonder why you cannot receive a harvest. Okay? But this is why the New Modern Virgin was written over 2,000 years ago, was to keep the chosen original people docile and fucked up, and to take the fake people, um take these motherfuckers and send them codes for their future generations to learn and to read and to live honorable lives. Okay? To live honorable lives, to follow the law, to keep the law. The law is don't charge each other's interests. The main laws is don't charge each other usury or interest. Okay? Don't be covetous. Live honorably. Live righteously. Don't commit adultery, murders, all this type of stuff. Okay? All this type of stuff. You know, honor your mother and father. Um, Raise up a offspring the way they should go so they should not depart. Y'all raising your offsprings watching TV, playing video games. You know, y'all teaching them bad financial literacy. You know, you smoking weed in front of your offsprings and cigarettes in front of your offsprings. You doing all kind of sexual exploitations in front of your offsprings, walking around naked in front of your offsprings, just living like fucking heathens. You motherfuckers live like heathens. All right, I'm gonna play more of this video.
Okay, yes. The Lord shall make the pestilence cleave unto thee until he have consumed thee from off the land where thou goest to possess it. So wherever you go, the Lord is going to have someone, your enemy that's in opposition to you, to ensure that wherever you go, he's going to come in and possess whatever land you overtake. Whatever land is yours, he's going to come and possess it, no matter where you go on the four corners of the earth, right? The Lord shall smite thee with a consumption and with a fever. And get this, y'all, and with the inflammation. Now, one of the major things that those of us who have awakened have come to understand, most people who awaken, you go through different processes, okay? And one of them deals with learning about holistic healing, which would include your physical health. And one of the things that you come to learn about is that disease begins with inflammation. That's the root of all disease, is inflammation. Now, this is one of the curses, one of the rituals that has been uttered, spoken over the children of the Most High God, okay? That inflammation and with an extreme burning and with the sword and with blasting and with mildew, and they shall pursue thee until thou perish. Okay? So it's saying you're going to be smitten with this consumption, with a fever, with inflammation, with extreme burning, and a sword, and with blasting, and with mildew, and they shall consume thee until thou perish. So we know that because we were so far removed from remembrance of who we are and what our ancestors did prior to the enemy coming in to exert his power by stripping us of ours, we had specific diets, okay? There was things that we did, we was mostly, it's so many scriptures that reference eating of the.
That's another thing. Why y'all some fucking heathens? Your fucking diet. Again, I'm not judging nobody, but y'all motherfuckers not even trying. You're not even trying. You eating the fucking pork, swine. You eating the fucking meat from animals, and look what the fucking animals is eating. Okay? Look, I used to eat pork, I used to eat shrimps and all that type of shit. Shrimps are nothing but cockroaches of the sea. And y'all already know about pork. When pork deteriorate, it start to deteriorate, how it turns into disgusting maggots and red meat. Okay, I myself, little by little, I'm getting off of red meat. I haven't eaten pork in probably over 10 years. And in the past couple years, I've gotten off of eating shrimp, although I think I've ate shrimp a couple times in the past probably year or so. But for the most part, I'm away from eating shrimps and uh, animals um, from the sea and animals that are eating garbage, basically. All right, we're really supposed to be eating plant life. We're really supposed to be eating plant life. Um, the more and more I learn about the universe, original people are really supposed to be eating plant life. Now, people that are not original, people that are mongoloids and carcasoids, okay, they eat meat. They could eat meat. They need to eat meat. You know what I'm saying? Us original people, we actually are better connected to the universe when we eat greens, when we eat fresh fruits and vegetables, non GMO, non genetically modified fruits and vegetables. We are better connected. I feel the difference. I see the difference in myself. This is not something I'm just telling you. This is something I've experimented with, and I know for 1,000% fact. When I stopped eating pork, my whole being changed. I started seeing shit I never saw before. I never forget 2013 when I stopped eating pork. Um, because I used to sell it. I had a barbecue business, and I had a couple brothers that schooled me on a game of pork, and I stopped selling pork. I even stopped selling pork, right? Now and then I do something special for somebody that they beg me to do it, but after a while, I didn't even want to fucking I couldn't even smell the pork to cook it. I could not even smell the pork to even cook it for them, right? So I stopped doing that. But anyhow, long story short, you know, this is something I've been experimenting with my body, myself. The more I eat original food, the more I eat fruits and vegetables, is the more clearly I see. The more I could see through the matrix, through the bullshit. But y'all motherfuckers that eat toxic foods and put all this fucking coffee in your body, toxic coffee, and get up every fucking day with your fucking coffee and pork and bad foods. You know what I'm saying? Your processed foods. You motherfuckers can never see through the fucking matrix. You'll see a little bit, but to fully see through this fucking matrix, you need to stop this fucking nasty ass heathen diet. It's a heathen diet. It is a heathen diet. This is the diet that fucking slave masters have given and give to slaves. Okay? People that are slave masters, they give their slaves processed foods and the scraps. And the scraps. And you motherfuckers actually eat the scraps like it's a fucking delicacy. You know what I'm saying? You eat your pork and your ribs. You pay premium price for all this nasty ass heathen food. You go to the restaurant and pay premium prices for heathen food. The soul food y'all eat, all this fucking cheese y'all eat, um, stuffing up your digestive system with all this fucking processed cheese. You can't even properly take a shit because listen, I shit all through the day. I have a perfect digestive system. You're supposed to shit damn near immediately after you eat. Okay? The reason why I could shit damn near immediately after I eat is because my body is now cleansed. You know, I did a water cleanse maybe about 4 or 5 years ago. And ever since I I take beautiful shits. I don't know no other way to say it. I take beautiful shits. You know what I'm saying? When you cannot take a beautiful shit and cleanse your body. I mean, I could do shit now I couldn't do even in my early 30s. I could bend my legs and you know, I could do a lot of things now, probably more healthier now than I was in my 20s and 30s, well, at least my 30s. Okay? I'm probably more healthier now because I drink a lot of water. I change my diet. I drink a lot of alkaline water. Like I said, I'm not perfect. I'm not perfect. I don't have it down perfectly, but I'm working on it and I'm always working on it. But some of you motherfuckers don't even want to try. But you need to get your fucking diet together, all this fucking carbs you eating, processed foods. You're toxic. You're fucking toxic.
Harvest, okay? It speaks on eating the harvest, and you know, you plant for 6 years, and then the real Sabbath comes on the seventh year where you rest and you just make sure that in the sixth year you have an overflow of harvest so that you know your barns are stocked and you're able to eat from the overflow so that in that seventh year you're just able to rest and you give the earth a break, okay, of needing to yield these fruits, you know, for your consumption.
That's another thing. And that's another thing why I know the universe is allowing them to depopulate because you motherfuckers are overbearing on the earth. You motherfuckers, especially you know, let me say something about single moms. You motherfuckers get all this section 8, not section 8, you get all these food stamps and you buy all this fucking food and you don't even fucking buy healthy food and you buy all, you know, you motherfuckers don't like leftovers and shit like that. I'm not gonna stay on here too long. You're wasteful. You're wasteful. You have to put food up and put food away. Okay. One of the main reasons is so and not be wasteful of food. One of the main reasons is so that you're not constantly overbearing the earth. Sometimes you need to you don't have to plant every fucking year. Sometimes you can have such a great harvest. You don't have to plant that same crop for 2 3 years, you know, and store up that which you have. You had such a great harvest, that harvest could last you 2 3 years. Okay? Your wheats, your oats, your grains, stuff you could dry out, stuff you could bottle. You could have that shit for like 2 3 years. So you don't have, sometimes you could give the earth a fucking break. Okay? But when you fucking planting every year, turning the soil over and planting, that's not always good. Now you shouldn't let it take too much of a break. You should not let it take too much of a break, you know. But if you know you've been overworking the fucking soil, motherfucker, give the soil a fucking break. You fucking over consumers. This is heathen behavior.
Fruits and vegetables for your consumption.
Who's the number one fucking consumers? Niggas. Niggas.
The contradictory.
Anyhow, y'all, I love you. Peace. I'm gonna link the video of what y'all was listening to. I'm gonna link that video in the comment and description. Peace.